What's up, everybody? Welcome to MTGB Crime Podcast. Welcome to our second episode of Sisters in Crime with Make This Go Viral Crime Podcast and Sister Girl Talk TV. How you doing today, Sister Girl?
I'm good. Hi, everyone. How are you
Shout
today?
out to everybody in the chat. I'm doing good. Just a little, running a little heavy because of my weekend. You know what I'm saying? But we here. We gonna bring these stories. Shout out to Kathy B in the chat. How you doing, Kathy B? So today we're gonna be talking about Shanquella Robinson. Sister Girl is gonna give us an update, and then I'm gonna give another update on Jelani Day. So I hope everybody is having a wonderful day today. Shout out to Neva over there on Sister Girl Talks channel. Please, y'all, smash that thumbs up for us on both sides. Okay. Hold on. So, is it, what kind of update we got, Sister Girl? Because, you know, I haven't touched on the case in a long time. And I haven't heard an update in a while since they went to Mexico, I think. Can you hear me, Sister Girl?
Yeah, I can hear you. I wanted to bring just a short update on Shanquella's story. Not sure if y'all know, but they made a movie about Shanquella's on Tubi. More like a two-part series. They changed the names, of course, and I think it was so they don't have to pay her family and the other families, but that's just my opinion. They do call them the Cabo Six, and it's pretty much about Shanquella, but they're calling her Nicole. And more details are revealed during this two-part series. One, I noticed the hotel did pay them not to talk, allegedly, and gave them back the $5,000 that Shanquella paid for the trip. They also say, the people, that it was all of them that put hands on Shanquella, not just Dejanay. In the series, she's going by Deja.
They got hurt. Wait a minute. They got
Dejanay character the name is Deja, and she's not going down by herself. And Winter character is being played by her name is Autumn in the series.
Wow. Really?
Yes, because she is the one that actually called her mother that night and gave her mother the video, and her mother leaked it. It was Winter's mother who leaked the video. These are the little details that they give you in the series. And Malik, he's going by Malachi.
Wow.
In the series.
So,
I believe that this is why the authorities are having such a hard time charging Dejanay, because she didn't do it by herself. She wasn't the only one that put hands on her. So I'm going to play this skit. It's just some highlights of little parts of a trailer I made, YouTube friendly. If you could pull that up, Miss V.
Okay, hold on. I stepped away from my computer. What's the name of the series, Kathy B said?
It's legal. It's street legal. It's gonna, if you pull it up, she'll be able to see it. Yeah.
And she's still asleep. Yo, time to wake up and party. Hey, wake up, Nicole. It's time to get drunk. What happened last night? I mean, I see that, but she's not even waking up.
Hold on. Nicole.
Emergency? What's the problem? Oh, my.
Yeah, she got alcohol poisoning.
How long has she been this way?
Just a few minutes. Can you get her together?
Her pulse is very famous. I have to do CPR right away. Nurse, come with me.
Somebody is gonna tell me what happened last night.
Hello?
Miss Peoples.
Hey, baby, how's the trip going?
I have to tell you something.
Ma'am Nicole.
What are you talking about?
We were drinking last night a lot, and she got alcohol poisoning, and
Where's my daughter?
she's in the hotel room.
Why isn't she in the hospital?
The doctor is in there with her. We tried to wake her. She wouldn't get up.
Malachi, what is going on?
I'm sorry, Miss Peoples. Nicole is gone. Autumn didn't mean to hurt her. It was an accident, I swear to God. What are you doing?
Hello?
Please lower your voice.
I don't care.
I understand, but we pride ourselves in a wonderful experience here at our resort.
Shit, it's been hell since I got here.
I am so sorry to hear that, sir, but bad press and comments about your stay here is just not a good look for us.
Man, I don't give up now.
Okay, one moment. Okay, great news. We're going to refund you your entire stay.
Okay, good. Well, Nicole paid $5,000 for our trip.
Would you like that refunded on a card, or do you want that in cash?
Oh, pay me in cash.
Okay. Remember, no bad press.
You don't gotta tell me twice.
Hey, Autumn, baby, how you doing?
Hello, Mom. I need to talk to you. Something happened.
Are you okay, baby?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Look, we was drinking a lot. Somehow Nicole got alcohol poison. I don't know. It was a fight and...
Slow down, baby. Who was fighting?
They was fighting.
Who are they?
Nicole and Deja. Ma. Nicole's fucking...
How is she, baby?
Deja, Ma. And I believe the others had something to do with it, too.
Autumn, baby, you need to tell me the truth. I need to know exactly what happened.
You're right. And I got a video of Nicole and Deja fighting, too.
Good. Send it to me.
Why?
Because we're gonna leak it to the internet.
No, Ma. No, I don't think that's a good idea.
Girl, are you dumb? You are in another country. You are in Cabo. They will lock your little up. Do you understand me?
You're right.
I know I'm right. Because if that footage shows that it's blame on them and not you, then it's blame on them and not you. Do you understand me, baby?
I know this ain't the case that's been all over social media.
Yes, it is.
The 6th in Cabo? How the hell did we get this case?
So Angela Young came to the office last night. She wants us to represent her daughter, Autumn.
Okay, wait, nah. Is Autumn one of the girls responsible for Nicole?
Yeah, she is. So apparently the mom now wants to press charges against her.
Y'all, this is gonna be a major case.
Most definitely. Got a lot of work to do.
I appreciate you meeting me down here under the circumstances.
Yeah, look, I just wanted to see my baby. You know, all this just doesn't sound right. And then $6,000 to get my baby home?
I know that's expensive. But the first thing I need to know is, did she have life insurance?
I have no idea.
Okay. All right, well, I want you to know everything is gonna be okay, all right? Okay. We're here so we can see her figure everything out, and then, you know, we'll give you the information.
Okay.
Hi,
Hey, how you doing?
Listen, we received Nicole's response. And I just wanted to bring you both back. I have something I want to show both of you.
Oh, what are all these bruises on my baby's body?
Oh my God. The medical report that I got from Mexico said that she had alcohol poisoning.
Kai, I just completed the second autopsy. She wasn't poisoned.
Wait a minute. Are you sure?
Yes, I'm positive.
I knew someone right.
There's one more thing I wanted to mention. If you look back here, she's got a crack in her spine and her neck is broken.
Girl, that's deep. You can take it down, Miss V. It's finished.
Okay. Wow. Wait, how do I think you gotta do something. You gotta unshare it or something.
Oh, okay.
I don't have control of it.
So what do you think? What's your
Well,
thoughts on that?
well, my thoughts on it is that they added parts to it on their own. Not
Like,
necessarily meaning that that's what happened.
what do you mean? They added parts. Like what?
Well, I know when they make a movie, out of something, they add things to make it more interesting. They fill in where they need to fill in, and I don't think that clarify anything really. And I say that because I just know that that's what they do when they make movies. I don't think she found out. I think it was the tape was leaked. They didn't leak it. Somebody else told them about it or something. I remember them
No,
saying.
well, the people when it first came out, they was trying to say that it was Winter who leaked it. Then they said it was Malik. But from the movie, well, from the series, it showed that it was Winter who leaked it. Well, her mom leaked it. They were saying aunt, when we was covering it, when everybody was talking about it. But like they, of course, they changed a little bit of characters and just switched little bits around. But I think that some of those were things that they knew from behind the scenes. But again, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, Tracy throwing tomatoes out there. She said it's horrible acting. They were so pressed to put that out.
Yeah, it's on Tubi, Tracy.
Tubi, okay. So it's how many episodes is it? You said it's a series?
It's just a 2-part series.
Okay. And you watched the whole thing?
Yeah, I watched both episodes.
But that was
now,
the information.
In the series, at the end, they all go to jail. That was the only thing. Yes, that's the only thing that was type different to me, is that we're still waiting on the outcome of everything. But in the series, they kind of ended it with all of them being sentenced, except for Malachi, because he was the one that really snitched. Remember, they kept saying Malik is the one actually working with the prosecutor and telling everything. Well, from the series, it's showing that it was Malachi that actually worked with the prosecution, and he ended up in the series, getting only 3 years probation, but everybody else got sentenced to 20 and more.
Did they speak about the one guy?
Alert, y'all. Not to be a spoiler alert. Well, go over there and watch it now. I don't mean to just tell y'all the whole thing, but I mean it was
hey. No, even if you tell us the whole thing, it's still gonna be different if you seen it. But
Miss V, he said you wearing a judge robe.
A what?
A judge robe.
Yep, that's what I got on. That's what it looked like, a judge robe. What's up, Jay Lee? Hey, Paul, welcome in. Yeah, I mean, I feel like they added to that though.
Yeah. So they had to make
definitely.
And they didn't.
Yeah, they had to.
They didn't want to pay the families. If they mention too much to let you know we already know. We the people know that they talking about Shanquella, but they had to do that to save face, because they would have to pay the families for
That's weird. That's weird. I mean, I really don't know how it works like that. I do know, like those other shows, it's a certain amount of time that they have to wait. Obviously, they went around it and did some other things and was able to release it.
Unless there's things behind the scenes that we don't know yet. Because right now, the way it's looking to me, like this is just all coming off as a money grab after a while. It just seemed like that. Every celebrity want to be in front, standing with the family, and then you don't see them no more. Like the lawyer. She was on.
Do you feel like that was You feel like they did a good job with that film, or do you feel like it was rushed at all?
A little of both, because again, I do think that they brought more details that we already kind of thought, you know what I'm saying, but wasn't sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we all been confused as to why is Deja name not being charged. You know, why is she not behind bars, and why the other ones, you know, they out clubbing, partying, nothing is happening from where we're outside looking in. But from what the series show is, they all lawyered up. Dejanay being the first one to lawyer up. So when you got a lawyer, it is kind of hard for the police to just keep knocking on doors and going to them. They have to go through their attorneys to talk to them. And if the attorneys say no, my client is saying that you said enough. You know, until you get more evidence, that's it. That's what they got to do. So I think it's just at a halt, like a standstill.
Did they mention Nasheed in there? The one that was claiming he didn't do nothing, he wasn't there and all that?
I think that oh yes, he was the white boy that came in that was like, she sleep, what happened? Y'all gonna tell me what happened last night?
Okay.
They showed him. I forgot what his character name is though.
So they made him a white boy. Okay.
Yes.
What the heck?
And they made
we love Jelani over here, Paul.
They made Dejanay fair skin, you might as well say. They got her looking like Winter, and Winter looking like
really?
Character looking like Shanquella's.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
They like I said, I feel like they was pressed. They was just too dang on pressed. So did you look into I'm wondering why you were looking, did you look into that last situation that I remember, because you know it was back in December for real that I was really into this stuff. Whatever came of that? Did anything else said? Anything else said?
That's what I'm saying. Since my last, my part 11 in my playlist, I think it was either 11 or 12. That's what I'm saying. It's just coming off to me now as just a money grab. You just have all of these celebrities, and you know.
Is it anything else you could pull up just to refresh us? It's been a minute. Like, you got other videos on Shanquella that you could pull up?
Yeah, but. On my channel, yeah. But you mean like looking on the website? No, just
no. I meant one of your videos. Can you pull up your latest video just for a refresher? Like, cause I don't, you know what I'm saying? I know that they went. I know that they had this big thing. Mm-hmm. But that's it. And I don't even remember what all was said. If we could see your last video, that would be cool.
Okay.
Cause it's been a minute since I did a video. I think I only probably have a couple.
I said 13. I actually got 17 videos up here.
Let me turn this music off too. Let's see.
Give me a second. I'm gonna pull up the last one I did.
Okay, cool. Just for the people that might not remember, you know, and plus for me, because everybody, can y'all please smash the thumbs up? Please share this out if you will. I appreciate all of y'all being here. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Okay. Here it is. Wait, that's not my last one. The last one was
I feel it was rushed by them trying to put more in, but still drop little stuff there. He got probation too. Thank you, Miss V. You welcome, Tracy. Who got probation?
That's what I'm saying. Even in the series, he got Malik got Malachi got 3 years probation.
You know, maybe one day I'll get brave enough to watch my cousin's thing, but that happened in 2004, and they released a move, or they released a thing last year because they had to wait like 15 years or something like that, and they notified my family, but nobody wanted it, and they didn't know that they didn't need our permission. Because if I would have known that they was going to release this anyway, I would have wanted to say something, because they do add in parts that wasn't a part, just to fill in parts.
Right.
But for the most part, after when they wait that long, they go by court documents and stuff too.
Right.
Oh, I didn't know you was ready, because I can't see it unless you tell me. I see it now. I mean, I just happen to click on it. And I see they made an update when you add something and say add to stage now instead of.
What happened last night? I mean, I see
I'm
that,
gonna
but
share my screen.
She's not even waking up.
Man, it's my
I
fault.
gotta
You
take
know
this
what?
down. You pulled that back up, Miss V?
Nicole. Nicole.
Huh?
You pulled that back up?
Oh my.
Yeah, she got alcohol poisoning.
Nah. Oh, I just pulled up what was there.
Oh no, that was already there. That was what played earlier.
Oh, I didn't know. You gotta take it down. I can't.
Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen.
Yeah, I know. I thought you had just shared it.
Mm-mm. Okay. Okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know why it don't show me it's a guest back there. That's annoying.
Well, there has been new evidence in Shanquella's case. They're talking burn. An employee at the resort where they stayed saw Shanquella and the Cabo Six that evening on October 28th having dinner and celebrating. He says Shanquella seemed not to fit in with the
Can you make
others,
it big
and
and did it start on the right part,
her,
sister
she
girl?
did not greet him or smile. She just seemed out of place at the table. And we already
It didn't
know
start at the
next day,
beginning.
on October 29th, she was taken out.
It didn't start at the beginning. Yeah, okay. What happened?
I'm getting a give me a second.
Ouch.
Yeah, that was the beginning because I skipped past all the the intro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I skipped past.
Pull it back up. Hold on.
Let me share my screen
Okay.
again.
Okay. I didn't know.
I'll make it bigger.
Okay, I see it.
He says
That's the only thing they need to fix. They need to let me see that there's something back there.
he introduced himself to her. She did not greet him or smile. She just seemed out of place at the table. And we already know the next day on October 29th, she was taken out. The employee also said he felt manipulated by one of the women who told him why they needed to leave the country as soon as possible. And I think that was Winter Donovan. Listen to this.
Her name has made headlines nationwide. It's been more than 4 months since the Charlotte native went on a trip with friends to Cabo, Mexico. She didn't return home alive. Mexican authorities have ruled her death a femicide or murder. The FBI also investigating her death. But here we are 4 months later, still no arrests in this case, leaving many questions like how did this happen and who did it? Today, the attorney for Shanquella Robinson's family sent us a copy of a letter. The Robinson family and a national activist are now calling on President Biden and Secretary of State Anthony Blinken to personally help to bring justice for Shanquella. The letter to the president also included a packet of Mexican police records that had not been released previously, and an autopsy. There's a copy of it for you right here. We went through it very carefully, and we found there are some key takeaways here for you to understand. First off, this was performed the day after Shanquella was killed. It shows Shanquella died from atlas and medullary dislocation. In simple terms, that's a broken neck and a severe spinal cord injury. The autopsy also found contusions or blunt force trauma to her front region or her head and parts of her pelvis as well. And there were also friction burns on her body. In early November, this video showing an alleged fight went viral on social media. Now, we don't know if she sustained those injuries described in the autopsy during this fight, but her family says this is Shanquella in the video. And the FBI in Charlotte tells WBTV they were also sent that video. Now, in the packet of documents they provide by the law firm representing Shanquella's family were those police reports. They interviewed someone who interacted with Shanquella and her friends while in Cabo. Here's our Brandon Hamilton's report.
An employee at the resort Robinson was staying at describes providing assistance to the friends in Robinson inside their Cabo, Mexico villa. That unidentified male employee told investigators the group arrived on the night of October the 28th. He said he met Robinson around dinner time. He added she was the last to the table, quote, seemed not to fit in with the others and was out of place at that party.
Obviously, Shanquella was attacked by someone in the group, one of the travel mates. So the employee describing their interaction lets me know that the environment that she was in for her last moments wasn't a positive one.
The next day, October the 29th, as we've reported, Robinson was found dead. According to the transcript, the resort employee received a text from the main guest asking about medical service and added that Robinson had alcohol poisoning. The employee later learned Robinson had died. In the initial death certificate provided by her family, a spinal cord injury was listed as the cause of death. In the hours after her death, again, according to the transcript, the group requested a driver to go to dinner. They would never come back to the villa. After seeing this viral video, the employee in the transcript said, quote, I realized that practically the main guest had manipulated me with the information she provided of what happened to leave the country as soon as possible.
And our Brandon Hamilton joins us here in studio with more on this. I know you've been following this story very, very closely, really more than anybody else reporting on this. What stood out to you most? What did you learn from these documents today?
Yeah, when you're reading the documents, what stood out was that interview from the employee that worked at that villa where they stayed at. He talked about when those guests arrived. He talked about when they got there, how Shanquella was. So from reading that, he said that she seemed like she didn't fit in. So that leads you to think what happened in those hours to make her standoffish, because you would think if you went on a trip with someone,
with friends,
to another country, you would also be happy and be more juvenile in your expressions of wanting to be there. So that stood out for me, just the fact that he says she didn't seem like she wanted to be there.
Interesting. What is the Robinson family hoping the Biden administration can do at this point?
Yep. So they've been calling on this diplomatic intervention, which essentially is terms of having the president or someone of top authority in our federal government get involved by saying and doing to speed up the investigation process. And by speeding that up, the attorneys, they've been saying this when they went to DC earlier this month, and also in the letter, they want either the United States government to either extradite that one person that Mexico has said is direct aggressor. They want that one person extradited back to Mexico, or to have the United States government take over the investigation and prosecute the person or persons in the U.S. And they want it done swiftly.
But bottom line, the FBI really not saying a whole lot, just that they're investigating, right? All right.
I really hope they hurry and get the ball rolling on this case. And now it is on the mainstream news. Maybe things will move faster and President Biden will assign someone to look more deeply into Shanquella's case. I will continue to keep the Robinson family in my prayers, and I ask you all to do the same. Yeah, Neva. That's exactly how it went down in the series too. As soon as she called her mother, well, her and the other female character, they both got out of there the same night, and they spent Shanquella's money going to the other hotel. They used her money.
Wow, so they stole from a deceased woman
Yeah,
because
and
she didn't give it to them.
yeah, and they had they was already plotting on her before she even entered
They
the room. They was plotting. All of
oh,
them
this
had
is
an issue
pissing
with
me off.
her. All of them had an issue with her except for uh Malachi. Well, they calling him Malachi in the series, except for him and the what's his name? Zeke. What's his name? Malik?
You
Not
said
Malik.
all of them. Oh,
All of them.
I forgot his name that quick.
Yeah, you just said his name earlier too. But
Right.
those are the only two that did not have a problem with Shanquella, and they did go to her mother's house. And in the series, they was more worried about what they was gonna wear to her service than telling the mother about what happened with her daughter.
Right. I remember her mother saying that they did come to her house and brought
Yeah,
her luggage and all this stuff, but you left her body there.
yeah,
Oh, they
yeah.
man,
I mean, it's pretty
that's
interesting. The
crazy.
series, it was something to watch because
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, we don't know how much of it is true. We don't. I mean, because
right,
they probably was able to get some information
right,
concerning the case. I'm
and
not sure.
right, and with it being so high profile the way it was, I'm sure they got a lot of their information from you know we the people, and the
Mm-hmm.
news. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure if they really went out and talked to the families and told them that they was going to do that series on her because again, I think that they didn't, want to have to pay the families, but they like, well, since everybody talking about it, we're gonna talk about it over here on Tubi.
Yeah, I guess it work a little bit different when I don't know what the rules are to
Well,
that. So
well,
I mean,
because
maybe
Law and Order does that too. Law and Order always plays stuff that actually happened, and they just switch around the characters.
all these TV shows do though. They talk about events that happen, but I mean, this one is a little fresh, ain't it? I don't know. I'm gonna have to check it out though. You said it's on Tubi. I'm gonna definitely check it
It's
out.
on Tubi. It's called Street Legal. It's
Street Legal.
yeah, it's kind of like they kind of trying to be like Law and Order, but uh low budget.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Right.
like it was, I was like, check them out, trying to be like Law and Order, talking about doom doom.
Oh,
Yeah,
they got that too. They just
yes,
biting
yes.
all the way, ain't they?
It's a whole little series they got going on, but it's called Street Legal. Like it's Law and Order, they call Street Legal. Yes, yes, Tracy.
Mm-mm.
It's called Street Legal on Tubi. Yes, and they got other series on there of other real life cases, but they turned it into a series, just same way Law and Order does.
Okay. Well, shoot. I mean, like I said, the rules must be different for TV. Street Legal on on Tubi.
Yeah. Well, because again,
Well,
it's
thanks for
over
letting
land.
us know though, because I had no clue they made a movie already. When you said that, I'm like, what?
Hmm.
Already? So, what are you feeling about where the case is right now?
I'm not happy because it's kind of giving me they playing in our face now. Like
Yeah.
it was nothing nobody could talk about if you wasn't talking about Shanquella. You get what I'm saying? Now it's like it's
Hmm.
just dwindling out, and it's like, it never happened. Like that makes no
Yes,
sense. Like
right?
Even her lawyer, Sue Ann Robinson, she, like, you're her attorney, you saying all of this stuff, but then now I see her on TV. Like, she's a whole actress.
Is she really?
Yes, she is. Not, she wasn't just on The Bachelor. I done seen her like on like 3 doing like characters on 3 different shows already.
Knock it off, sister girl.
I'm telling you, I said, what is this? What is this? She's supposed to be
Oh my God.
and now she's just a whole actress out here now.
You talking about the black lady that was doing all that talking?
Sue Ann Robinson, yes. Google her, you'll see in her Wikipedia. She's acting now.
What?
So is this all an act? Is this all
you know what, man? Listen here. That's the same kind of stuff that started happening with the boys case. They found out that the chief of police was an actor, and then everybody was like turned the case into a circus, like it was a joke.
But you know what? Maybe they should do something on Jelani Day. Do a little series and give some more details.
That's what I'm saying. Why didn't they pick that one? I don't know. I guess Jelani. Actually, Shanquella case was bigger than Jelani, so that's why they didn't pick his. I guess.
You think?
Yeah, everybody was talking about her. Everybody wasn't talking about Jelani. Man, Jelani did not get all that attention.
People talking about her.
I wasn't. Not like that. Man, I really wasn't. No. People really took that. Yeah, Shanquella case was way bigger than Jelani's. I'm talking about, especially that you had the guy from Mexico gaslighting everybody because evidently what he said was a lie. Oh, you remember that guy? He was on lead attorney. He was on everybody. Everybody clinging on to his every word.
You talking about what's his name? Benjamin?
No, what was his name? That Gerardo or whatever.
Geraldo. Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Gerardo, but it was something like that. Mm-hmm. And I was about to call him the whole name, Gerardo Rivera, but it wasn't. That was a talk show. But yeah, that guy. Where did he go? The one that was supposed to have all this freaking information, gaslighting everybody and getting paid, and then he just disappeared.
When y'all say that Jelani didn't have that much attention, you mean mainstream? Like
I mean, period. I did not see people talking about Jelani. I mean, in the algorithm, I did not see a bunch of people talking about Jelani like that. I absolutely didn't. When his case first came out,
I don't know, because on my end, he was in my algorithm. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. He was in my algorithm. That's how I found out about him. Like I heard about him on YouTube. He was in the algorithm, and I was like, "Oh wow!" And,
actually, when his case happened,
I was talking about him when I saw it.
Yeah, that. But when it happened, everybody and they grandmama was talking about Gabby Petito, and that took the algorithm.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. That's when it would have been heightened.
Right? Yeah,
Gabby Petito. It was not Jelani. I'm telling you. Yeah, you might have seen one.
They just wasn't talking about him on mainstream like they was talking about Gabby.
Yeah, people was talking about Gabby.
But
and
no, I understand what you're saying.
Because I didn't even know about his case. I found out about his case on TikTok. I was looking for something about Gabby because that's what everybody was talking about. I'm like, what's going on with this? So I'm looking and I ran into Carmen crying her eyes out. And I stopped dead in my tracks and started covering that case.
And when I saw it, Gossip Girl was talking about him, and they had just found him in the lake or something. And she
they had just found his body. So that would have been September 4th. That's when his body was found. That was a long time after he was missing. He had already been missing for a long time. Since what? August something? He had been missing, and so that's why she was crying her eyes out because wasn't nobody talking about him. And then the freaking detective talking about he off for the weekend and he going home. She like, who gonna look for my son?
Right.
And so So what y'all think about the Shanquella Robinson case in the out in the chat before we go on? Did you want to pull anything else up, sister girl, or you
No,
done?
yeah, I'm done. We can move on.
Okay. Okay. So I wanted to bring an update, and I did ask a question. So Miss V, I learned about Jelani on this channel. Did you, Riz? Thank you so much for paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. And I just wanted to tell Paul, we always gonna talk about Jelani over here. That case is near and dear. He is near and dear to my heart, and his mother and his siblings. Like, this really get me. Shout out to Nexie. Welcome in. How you doing? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. Okay, so we talked about Jelani a couple weeks ago on our first episode, and I brought a little bit of an update then. Well, a big update, really. So the update to that update is that Carmen did reschedule for his wait, let me look, because y'all know she was gonna have his second annual all white remembrance dinner, and it was originally scheduled for Saturday, August 26th of 2023. It was going to start at 5:30 at the university at the Bone Center and ballroom 3, just like last year. But they ended up postponing it and basically saying that Carmen needed to concentrate on some new information or something concerning Jelani that she needed to um, put her attention on. And I didn't know what that was. And then later, I seen that she did an interview with a content creator, and some more information came out about that. And so the dinner is rescheduled now for February 2024. And so it was a way that basically you could transfer your ticket or do whatever. You can get a refund, you could donate the ticket, or you could save it to come when they reset it. And so right before that, right after she posted that, she posted this video. And I want to, wait, hold on. We gonna listen to this. Let me hit mute a little bit. I mean, not mute, close my camera.
Day's mother, Carmen. This trail here,
Hold on, y'all. We gonna listen
right
to
here,
this.
police found the one concrete clue in his disappearance. Her son's
Hey,
car
where's the
with the
thing?
license plates removed. My kids didn't come.
Hold on, because I'm trying to start it from the beginning.
Student's body more than 60
Why ain't
found in
letting
a
me
river
click
in a
on
city.
line? Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna figure it out in a second.
Traveled to Central Illinois investigating what led up to the discovery of this young graduate student's body more than 60 miles from his campus, found in a river in a city his family says was completely foreign to him. His family tells the I-Team they will not rest until they know exactly what happened to Jelani Day. This area where they drove in. This wooded area in the small town of Peru, Illinois, has become all too familiar to Jelani Day's mother, Carmen. This trail here, somebody drove through here. Right here, police found the one concrete clue in his disappearance, her son's car with the license plates removed. My kids didn't come to Peru for nothing. Never was raised anywhere near here. Don't know anyone here. And Jelani would not have known to come and park his car in this wooded area. Traveled to Central Illinois investigating what led up to the discovery of this young graduate student's body.
Okay, so hold on, y'all. That video was actually from hold on, I'm looking again because I'm gonna read what she wrote with this. What she's been doing on her IG is just posting old stuff. It's like she's leaving a trail of information of what she's been going through and stuff like that. And so The video that I just played, it says that Carmen sat down with Samantha Chapman and explained not only why the suspects foul play, but also proved that Jelani did not drive himself to Peru, Illinois. They walked the trail where Jelani's car was found to show that you have to be familiar with the town in order to know this location, period. So it doesn't make sense. His clothes were found in one area, his wallet was found in a different area, his phone miraculously was found on the side of the road and still working after police stated that it was in the element for days. It doesn't make any sense at all that for Jelani to park his car in a wooded area and take his license plate off. Most importantly, it does not make sense for Jelani's cause of death to be drowning, to be that he drowned in the Illinois River, yet he was an avid swimmer. One thing I found out in this interview, they said that Jelani, he was an avid swimmer and he did the swimming so he could gain endurance for his track because he had a track scholarship at Alabama AME, and so that's why he was doing it. And he didn't stay in the swimming class very long because he didn't like to be told what to do. So I think he was there for a good year, but I mean, he must have made a impression. But she also said that he started after he stopped with that, he ended up teaching himself and really enjoying swimming and stuff, and got really good at it. And he did competitions and all the stuff that comes with it. So anyway, it doesn't make sense for Jelani's cause of death to be drowning in the Illinois River when he was an avid swimmer. This was a unaliving, and she used the M word. This was not somebody taking himself out, and she used the S word. This was not a freak accident. This was planned. This was calculated, and this time for wait, it was calculated, and it is time for law enforcement to do the job they signed up for and find out what happened to Jelani Day. So yeah, that's where we're at. That is what she posted to the video that I just played. And I feel her every freaking thing that she says. That video originally was posted October 28th of 2021. And then she also says that 10 days after Jelani's funeral, the exact minute after his burial, a live press conference took place for immediate release. What? 10 days after Jelani's funeral, the exact minute after his burial, a live conference took place for immediate release. Jelani's body was unidentified and so badly decomposed that the family had to have a closed casket for his homegoing service. But why? Why was his body so badly decomposed? Why did it happen so fast? Why was his body unidentified for so long? Why would the team of police from a small town of Peru, Illinois, who have stated themselves to lack the resources that larger armed forces have to successfully navigate this investigation, deny any and all help from outside sources? That's crazy. What? Why would they? Um, why are they saying he drowned yet he could swim? Um, why are they not considering this case to be unaliving? Where is the camera footage after he left Beyond Hello Dispensary? Where is the camera footage from the YMCA building where his car was found? Okay, so concerning that footage at Beyond Hello, at this interview, I heard her speaking about that case, of that particular part of the case. She actually was able to see the footage. They never released it publicly, but she was able to see it. And so she's seen this footage, and I think she went to the place to see the footage. She has a car like Jelani's. I don't know, the year might be different or whatever. So they called her in to view this footage of him leaving. And she said that she seen a shadow in that car. She believes that somebody was in the car when he went to Beyond Hello, that dispensary. After he left his school, he went home, changed his clothes, and went to that dispensary. That was the last time he was seen. She said she seen a shadow. The shadow was on the passenger side of the car. She tell the police that somebody that's a person, that's something, that's a figure, like, and they told her no, that's the headrest. That ain't no that's a shadow. That's the shadow of the headrest. And so her, I think she said Zaina and Seve was there with her. They all seen it. And so she went outside because she said when Jelani went and got in his car, she said that his lights did not blink. Let me get, because I wrote some notes, y'all. A lot of them. But she said the reason why she knew, she said basically it sounds like she believes that Jelani's car was running while he was in the dispensary. When he went out to get into his car, she said that she didn't notice that his lights didn't blink or something. Brake light came on. The lights, okay. So when Jelani got to his car, she said the brake lights came on. His lights did not blink. So basically, what she's saying is when that type of car is started, the lights blink in the back. She did not see that. All she seen was his brakes go on and he pulled off. And she believes that somebody was sitting on the passenger side of that car. She said, the police said, why would they sit on the passenger side of the car? And she said, why? They said, why wouldn't they sit behind him, basically? She said, you tell me. She said, but I believe that was a figure. Anyway, when she actually was there at the Y when they put Jelani's car out of that situation. She said that there was a suitcase in the back of Jelani's car behind him. So that would be why a person would sit on the other side, because it was something already sitting behind him. When she went to the car lot where Jelani allegedly, well, his car was being stored, and they claimed that they didn't have room for it to sit in there. His car was being stored there. She said that same suitcase was still in Jelani's car on the same side of the street. It was other things in that car that they should have taken out, tagged and bagged, but they didn't tag, and they didn't tag his body. So we damn sure know they wasn't tagging nothing in the car. That license plate that they claim was missing was actually found in his freaking car. It is so much to this case that is absolutely freaking ridiculous, and it pisses me off. Like, I mean, it is so not okay. And so, as far as that YMCA footage, she was told that there was no footage that by the cops. She went to the Y herself, and they told her that their cameras do work. She was told the cameras didn't work. That's what it was. They told her the cameras do work, and they gave her something, because they seen his car pulling in there. They gave her some footage. She gave it to the cops, and now it's freaking missing. Okay, I remember that. Okay, and okay, let me keep reading this. There are many more questions that we still do not have the answers to. We are approaching 2 years marked on a death. We there already. We had 2 years on the death of Jelani, and we still don't know why. We still don't know what happened. It is important that we find out what happened to Jelani. He couldn't he could have been anybody's son. He could have been anybody's brother. He could have been anyone's cousin, a part of anybody's family, but God saw fit for Jelani to be in the Day family, and they will not stop until they know what happened. Hold on, my phone want to die. Can't die right now. Okay. Okay, so I want to get into a little bit of stuff that I found out about Jelani that I didn't necessarily hear before. Just like so, in this interview, it was Carmen and it was Seve, Jelani's brother, and he's older than Jelani. Um, but so one thing that Carmen said is that Jelani and his sister Zaina are very close in age. Jelani was born first, and then there was Zaina. But basically, after that, she said Jelani was he was spoiled, and she said his her father-in-law would always tell her Jelani wanted his lap. He had to be moved off the lap too quick because Zaina was born right after that. So she said Jelani would always sit on her lap too. So she had two babies on her lap at the same time, and sometime he would just have to stand there. So his grandfather felt like he was moved along too fast. But one thing about Jelani, he was the life of the party. Like Jelani was fun loving. He was loud. She said he did not have his inside voice. He had a name for everybody, and he always had to be the center of attention. Busy. He was busy. He was a busy baby, and he loved to eat. He was loud, curious, very smart, talkative, playful. He was her best friend. She said her kids, all her kids are her best friends. She loves being around her kids, and they made a competition out of everything. Jelani he was like an annoying type of person that would call her all freaking day, and she called him her bill collector because he would call her so freaking much just to aggravate her sometime. Like, Mom, what you doing? She said she had a quick text on her phone, Jelani, I'll call you back, because he called so much. And she said he was the only one of all of her children that would do that. And so she talked about the last time that she had talked to him and stuff like that. Um, he was outspoken. Yeah, he made up names. Everyone had a special name, and he was very special. Man, he also was the only child out of the five of them that was the closest match to his father, who was recently diagnosed with cancer, and he needed a bone marrow transplant. I do believe is what was going on. So Seve said that Jelani was kind of annoying. You know what I'm saying? Everything, he knew everything, and if he didn't know, he would read. You know what I'm saying? He was a reader. He would do his own research. Like if it was something Jelani wanted to do, and everybody told him not to do it, he would go research the place. He would research and get all this information just so he can be like, I know more about it than you know. You know what I'm saying? And so all of our kids was very smart. I mean, they would compete with each other, doing their homework and just everything like that. And it was very good. So she talked about his father and how they were raised coming up. The father knew, Seve Senior. He knew that. I mean, they had 5 kids. He knew that they weren't gonna be able to afford college for all of them. So he made sure that they were in every freaking sport. They played. Jelani specifically played soccer, track, cross country, swimming. And I'm not sure if he did this, but these are all sports that was named out: baseball, softball, football. And they did. The father was just like, we have to put them in everything so they can find out what fits them. And when I tell you, that's the best thing you can do for your kid, because they don't know what they like unless they try it. But if you as a parent ain't putting them in nothing, they can't try nothing. And they started them out very, very young. She said when they could walk, they had them in sports. And she was like, oh, she was just pretty much going with the flow. Every time she looked up, they was being signed up for something, but she was going right along with it. Jelani graduated at the top of his class from Alabama, and he said a prayer at that. And so I did a premiere earlier, and I played the prayer that he said at his graduation. Jelani also kept his relationship with God, even though he didn't have to. He continued to go to church and continued to keep God first, type of thing. And originally, Jelani was accepted into a school in Michigan, but when COVID hit in 2020, or what was it, 2020, 2021, 2020, the program was canceled. So then he had to figure out where he was going, and his mother actually talked him into going to the school. He did not want to go to the school. She talked him into it because it was closer to them, and that's how he ended up there. And so, yeah, he was talked into going. And so the summer of 2021 is when he started classes. Y'all, when I say he was not going to the school a long time, it don't even sound like he was going for a whole month, because it said he started online classes, and in July he got word that the classes will be starting in person in July, and by August he was gone. Okay, that's crazy to me. So he was not going there long. One thing I found out, I did not know that the weekend before this happened, Jelani and his brother Seve went to Texas. They went to Texas originally. It was because one of his sisters was going to grad school there, and she was supposed to get a place. But for whatever reason, her place fell through. I mean, she couldn't get the place. I don't know what happened. Her and Carmen ended up not going, but Seve and Jelani went. I don't know what they did. Maybe they had family. She didn't say what they did, but Jelani came back that Sunday, and his mother had talked to him so much the day before that she didn't even remember that she had not talked to Jelani that day. Okay, so let me just say this. So yeah, so he came back, and then also they were just saying that Jelani had this car. His grandfather gave him, I believe, or I think he gave it to him. He had this nice apartment. Carmen was paying for that. His family was paying for that. All he had was an air mattress in that apartment, and all of his stuff was still packed because he had just moved there. Carmen was gonna be giving him old furniture and all of that stuff. So the weekend prior, they went to Michigan originally. Okay, Jelani left. Sunday said, okay, so Jelani left that Sunday, and Seve never talked to Jelani or heard from him again. The next time, no, Carmen spoke with Jelani a couple times after he had been back from Texas. So Sunday night, Carmen spoke to him, because I remember her saying that she had got off work late that day. She took a shower, and when she got out the shower, Jelani had called her for the cable password, and she was telling him, "You need to get a job." She was like, "You got to get a job. Like, you gonna get up from out of the umbrella this year." You know what I'm saying? And she was also on him about paying for the trip. They were planning a trip. I think they said in November the family was going on some trip, and she had told Jelani that he had to pay $300. So when she was talking to him, she said that she told him, "Jelani, you still got to pay your ticket, and you need to just put it in my account." He called her and said, "Mom, I put 150 in the account." She's like, "You were supposed to pay 300." He was like, "Mom, I promise you I'll pay it next week." We know that never happened. So for them to sit up here and try to say that he took himself out and all of that, that is impossible. Also, They don't go places without telling their mother first. She knows all their movements. They was a tight knit family. This was totally unlike him. And when I tell you, this was the one day that none of them had talked to Jelani. They found out because Kara, she's actually, people have been calling her a professor, but Kara actually is the director of clinical education at that college. She is, I mean, director don't sound like a professor to me. So she was a director, and so Jelani was supposed to meet Kara that morning, and so Carmen tried to make sense of what might have happened. Some of y'all that know this story, y'all know that Jelani, he was seen at the school at 7 something. Let me see. He was seen at the school at 7 something, and then he was seen at by 9:12 in a whole nother outfit. Okay, so on August 24th at 7:20, Jelani was seen at the Bone Center. The next time he was seen was at 9:12 at Beyond Hello in a whole different outfit. He went home and changed. Originally, he had on like a button. He had on like a tie shirt, blue, and some slacks and stuff like that. He went home. Carmen actually seen Jelani at the campus. She seen him. Like they were able to track his steps. They seen him at certain places. And so the last time she seen him is when he was sitting on a bench. He was texting somebody. And after that is when he left. She seen his car pull off. And then the next time he was seen was in that dispensary with his clothes changed. Carmen, she's not 100% sure, but she think, because she was trying to figure out why did Jelani leave? Why? Because he had an appointment. He had a appointment with Kara in the morning, and he also had a class at 1. So it did make sense that Jelani would leave and do all of that stuff that he did. But anyway, she later found out that what he needed to do with Kara was concerning a TB test, that he had done the first portion of it already. He was supposed to be meeting with his first student that day. And he was very excited about it. So she couldn't figure it out. And she was like, okay, so he had this TB test and he had the first portion. And I think, however, he must have messed up on getting that scheduled, or he missed it or whatever, but he wasn't able to get that second part done. And that's why he couldn't go to that class to meet with his first patient. And then, I did hear her say she that's the only thing she could think of, that's what happened, because she checked his medical stuff. Because he's on her insurance, so she checked and seen that he had got the first part of the TB test done. And so again, Kara is the director of clinical education. So right here it says Tuesday the 21st of 2020, Kara reported Jelani missing to the authorities on campus. But she did that at 5:00 p.m. on the 21st. That particular response unit that they are to call when they have concerns about a student, they actually have 24 hours to respond. So the fact that they didn't have to do anything, they wasn't going to do nothing. So they decided to, I guess, get the IT. She got IT involved. So she had IT tracking Jelani's locations at the school. She had them tracking all that stuff, where he was at, what he logged into on the computer, and all of that kind of stuff. And by the time, let me see. Yeah, so it says that Carmen and another director got together after the response unit had that 24-hour thing, and it was already 5 p.m. Jelani was already missing from the morning. So they did call the cops. They got the
Raising
cops involved.
raising my
Huh?
hand. All right. raising my, listen.
Hey.
Um, what you just read about the phone, right? It took
Mm-hmm.
me back to our last conversation about Jelani, right? So if it was, you see how easy, this is what I was trying to explain the last time. You see how easy it was for her to reach out to IT and get his location and do that? How could they not? This is the FBI now. How could they not know? They couldn't get in his phone because they didn't know his password. Like, make it
I
make
don't
sense.
believe that. I
That's
don't
what I was
believe
trying
that.
to say before. Like, that makes no sense that they couldn't get into his phone because of a password when she was able to just reach out to the IT service and find out where his last known location was.
Mm-hmm. In the building.
When
Yeah, because he was.
with the authorities, or you get the judge to sign off on a warrant for the phone and the password to the phone company, and they would have had all of that in a day, 24 hours, 48 hours.
I know when the police ask for your cell phone, they do ask you for the password. But I don't know if that's because they
Well, if
can't
you're
get
not here,
into it.
if you're no longer here, they have
They
a way
can't
of
ask you,
getting,
yeah.
right. They have a
That
way of getting into
exactly.
the phone
I don't
to find
believe that
out
they couldn't get into
how,
that phone,
that's
man.
how they solve a lot of cases, through
Mm-hmm.
text and conversation. But it was something else you had mentioned earlier too. And it was a couple of things you was talking about, but I didn't want to cut you off. Um okay, go on, because I lost my train
You
of thought.
probably should you probably should just get a notebook just to jot it down.
No, I was
Just
talking
I'm telling
about
you to
what,
help.
no. I was talking about
No,
what
I
you
know.
were saying, but I
In
didn't want to
response
cut
to
you
what I was
off.
saying.
Yeah, so I
Mm-hmm.
don't forgot now because it was a couple of things you was talking about, but go ahead, I'll go back to mute.
Okay. Stop me anytime you want to come in. I definitely want you to. So Carmen has spoke with him a couple times or whatever. So that's she actually Carmen got the first person that found out that
Oh, I
Jelani
know what
was
it was.
missing.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to
Uh-huh.
cut you off. I know what it was. When you talked about Beyond Hello or Beyond Fresh, that place.
Beyond
That
hello. Yeah.
Beyond Hello. That they gave Carmen footage when the authorities told her that there was none, but they was able to give her footage, right?
Yeah. She was able to go watch the
That-
footage.
that's what I'm saying. And but they gave it to her, and she brought it to the police.
No. I
I thought
think
I
she
heard.
was there. She was there with the authorities watching it, is what it sounded like to me. Beyond hello.
Okay.
Yeah, she
No,
watched the
okay.
whole
I was
thing.
just about to
Uh
say, but you see how easy it is, like for her to get the information. The police can get that same information. That's what I'm saying.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah,
they probably already
absolutely.
saw it and didn't think that it was anything of, you know, to help towards the case, so they just didn't bother with it. But I understand his mom. Everything is important. You get what I'm saying when you're trying to find out what happened to
Especially,
to see son. But
yeah,
also we have
his
to keep
last
in mind.
location.
We have to keep in mind too that the pathologist already said he couldn't tell her if it was a man, woman, black, white, green, orange, purple. You know what I'm saying? And she don't even know
Yeah,
what she put into the ground. She said that herself.
exactly.
You get what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I don't know. This, like you said, this case is just all over the place.
It's horrible. It's horrible. I mean, it's all over the place with corruption. That's all I see.
Yes,
You
I
know?
agree. Yep,
And
yep.
I'm so happy that she was smart enough to keep track of everything. Like you literally got to leave a trail, and that's basically what she doing. She wish she would have been more aggressive in the beginning. She was
But,
trusting
but
them.
now, what did you say? The tickets? What the
Huh?
tickets are for? What?
Oh, for the all white party?
Oh, so you purchased the tickets for the all white party,
Mm-hmm.
and the money
Yeah,
goes
like
and the
his
money goes towards what?
I know that it's going towards because they found with the foundation they made for him. They actually already paid one person's tuition that's taking speech pathology. They're paying college tuitions. Yep.
Girl,
So, and it's a lot of other things they're doing too, helping people that's dealing with what she dealt with Jelani. They're helping them with resources and stuff like that.
mm.
Yep. And so DeAndre, his brother DeAndre, was the first person in the family to find out that Jelani was missing because the police came and knocked on his door and told them that Jelani was missing. Jelani, I mean, he called his mother, who was at the beauty shop getting her hair done. She was sitting under the dryer and she was about to go out of town. So she was there getting her hair done, and he calls and say, "Hey, have you talked to Jelani?" And she said, "Yeah, I talked to him this morning or something." But in reality, she had not talked to him that day. She got mixed up because he calls her so much, but she had not talked to him that day. She talked to him the day before, and then as they were talking to each other, they found out everybody missed a day talking to him. Because I mean, if you think about it, he went into the dispensary at 9:12, and if I remember correctly, he was leaving by 9:21. Nobody heard from him that early. You know what I'm saying? And except for Kara, who had been texting him all night. And see, it makes it even weirder
Yeah, I
knowing
question
that
her
Jelani
and
wasn't
her
even
husband.
there long.
I
Yeah,
question her and her husband.
he wasn't even. Why was she so connected? He didn't. Why was she texting him? He
And why
wasn't
all of
even
a
there
sudden now?
long.
And why all of a sudden now, after all of these years, we've been talking about this case. Now all of a sudden, she wasn't a professor.
That's what they. Yeah,
You
the
get what I'm
lady get,
saying?
and
Now
unless
it's
she got a
switched up.
different position,
Yeah,
because the
since then,
person,
because she was definitely
the
a professor at that college when he was there.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they said she was the clinical. I never looked it up. I never. I didn't even see like a lot of stuff because people are saying like videos and stuff that she was in, they disappeared and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even see it. All right, I know Stay Dangerous had some of that stuff. And shout
Yeah,
out to Stay Dangerous. I seen you pop in.
I covered about 6 or 7 stories, videos on Jelani Day too.
Shout out to
I talked
James
about the
Money.
professor.
You did.
Yeah. She was definitely a professor back then. There, I don't know about this new position she got.
Well, you know how everybody positions change
No,
after
that's what I'm
some
saying. Yeah,
BS.
since then,
Shout out to
right?
Tay Eats. Yeah, people's position change. Just like they fired all of the security that worked at Beyond Hello the day that Jelani went in.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, new management, we don't want people to not come, so we're
And
gonna say they ain't here no more.
because they were doing interviews, they were
Yeah.
speaking out,
Mm-hmm.
trying to help the family get justice for him.
But I don't know if the speaking out happened. I think they was already fired right after it happened. Before they spoke out, they got fired. Yeah, because by the time he interviewed with Stay Dangerous, they was already fired.
Right.
And I don't know who else they interviewed with.
I always said that too, Neva. The females, after they lawyered up, no one talked about them no more.
Yeah, I said this last time, but it was somewhere I heard something was shady about that as well. So Carmen had spoke to Jelani. I got here Monday the 23rd. I know she talked to him on Sunday. But okay, it was always something about Jelani you needed. Oh, so yeah, Jelani was the needy kid. Like he wanted, needed, always calling her for something. Always. I know she missed the heck out of him because she already said he was her only kid that did the extreme, like he would do just all over her, calling her, bugging her, meddling with her, and then like he'll hang up and call back. Mom, what you doing now? Jelani, I'm at work, but you ain't doing nothing though, And then she was just telling him, "You gonna get up from out of the umbrella this year. You need to get a job and stuff." And he told her, "I'm never leaving the umbrella, Mom." So August 24th, Monday before this year, you're gonna that's what you're gonna get from under the umbrella. He always wanted something. Hold on, y'all. We talked about that. We talked about the money he was supposed to be put in. So anyway, I wrote here, he hung up and called her right back while she was at work. He wasn't saying nothing. So she told him she gotta let him go. "I gotta let you go, Jelani. You ain't even saying nothing." And Jelani said, "No, Mom, you ain't doing nothing. You want me to tell you what show I'm watching?" He was just aggravating. His brother said annoying, and he sounded like he could annoy the heck out of you. But those are those things that you wish that they would be there, to get on your nerves. Yeah, so the last time she talked to him was, like I said, when she was getting out the shower. And he told her, he said, after he got the password for the cable, he said he just wanted to hear her voice. "I didn't want anything, Mom. I'm gonna finish my homework. I just wanted to hear your voice." And that was the last time she spoke to her son. But when Jelani went missing, Carmen immediately, she started looking. She was investigating herself. She instantly looked at his card to see where he had went the last time he used the card, and it was at Starbucks. She called the credit union to get the card activity. She also drove to Bloomington to meet Kara. By the time Carmen got to the university, Kara had already had the IT pulling cameras and all of that stuff. She already was
Yeah,
on the
to cover
cops
her
and
butt.
everything.
To cover
Yeah,
herself.
exactly. Because with them pulling the IT cameras, why she go so deep? Like, Playgirl, like he
She was
just
covering herself, and her husband had came out and made some allegations. They said that the husband and her was already going through something. Remember, they was trying to say that it was something going on between her and Jelani, and then that couldn't be proven. That was never proven.
Yeah, I remember hearing that. And then I seen her. I'm like, man, what the heck Jelani want
Right,
with her?
he went with
And
her.
then now knowing how freaking he had just
I could
got
see her
there.
being maybe a mentor to him or something like that.
I mean, but
Since he
just to
was new at
know
the
that
time.
he was there like weeks. He didn't know her. Why was she so attached to him? Did she know him before? Like, I'm just confused. Like, what was she texting him about? Like, okay, the cops said they didn't find nothing on his phone. Did they
No,
find
but
her text messages?
remember, he had missed that appointment with her when he went home when he went to change, and he didn't come back. That I think that's why she was like, well, I don't know why she was so invested to that point, but I'm just saying, she was looking for him because he was supposed to have that interview, and he only made that one stop, and he never came back.
I know, but why was she texting him the night before? She was pressed before that day. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
covering
Like, what?
herself to cover
I'm
her
just like,
own butt.
what is she texting him
Yeah,
though? I mean,
to cover her own butt.
but
That's
I'm
why her
saying,
husband.
did they find her texts?
I'm sure they did, but again, like they keep telling her mother, nothing was relevant. Nothing in
Shout
the
out to
text
Mouthpiece.
messages. Nothing in the text messages was relevant.
That's crazy.
I mean,
Yes.
what?
He said, thanks for covering this story. Long live Shanquella Robinson. Justice will be
Yes,
served. We hope so.
yes,
They already making Tubi movies out of that and everything. Like
yes.
that's crazy. Sister Girl just told us about. Yeah, Stay Dangerous Clinical Director is what her title is, but everybody was calling her a professor. But
Yeah, 2 years ago,
yeah.
she's a clinical director now.
I don't know. I really don't know because I have never looked up her status. I don't know. I will have to see it. I know what people were saying, but now they're saying that is something else in front of clinical
Yeah,
director
when I
too.
talked about the professor on my channel, here on my channel, I did my research. She was a professor at the college. They wasn't
So you looked up the her stat her
her title was not clinical director. When you read the articles, they was calling her the professor.
Yeah, see, I didn't read. Yeah, director of clinical education is what her title is now. I don't know.
Right.
Director of
2
clinical
years ago,
education. I
we talking
mean,
2 years
she
ago.
could have been a professor and then a director. You know.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely can't say what she was because I never looked it up.
Well,
By the
I
time I
did.
was into this case,
I looked
you
it
went
up.
to you. I mean, no, you read the articles, but did you
In my
actually go
channel,
to the
you know I
school
come
to
with
see?
receipts. You know I ain't go to the school, but
I
I
mean,
read
I'm
from the
asking.
website. I read the article.
Okay, I dropped the link.
Her title is a professor. At 2 years ago, we talking about. I'm not talking about right now. I'm talking about 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
When all of this was fresh and everything, everybody was talking about it.
Yes,
I
it was
haven't done
something.
any updates in about 8 to 10 months probably. I haven't talked about Jelani.
Okay, hold on. Let me see what State Dangerous got. Uh-oh. What is it happening? Shout out to Browns. Thank y'all so much for coming in. Y'all please smash the thumbs up for me. And smash the thumbs up for Sister Girl over
Right,
there.
Neva. Let's not forget it was a sundown town. You're right.
Absolutely. Oh, that's another thing that happened that they said. Remember when that video was circulating of that black guy knocking on the door, right? On the day
I'm not
that
being rude,
Jelani
Neva.
went.
I can't highlight what you're saying. I'm not on my
Oh, let's not forget that was a sundown town. Yeah. Yep. But that's what I was saying, that they literally showed the video of that black guy knocking on the door, and they literally said that that information wasn't released to the public for 30 days. But Carmen said they did show her that a couple days after, but they never made it public. And then they also had named some
wow.
white suspects alleged
I
at the
remember.
time.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
But they didn't release nothing about
Right.
it. It
It's
was
like they
said
talk
and
about
nothing
it.
else.
Yeah, and you don't
Yeah.
hear anything else about it again. That's like when they talked about the females that found his stuff on the road and turned it in, and the guy that found his phone and tried to get inside it. You don't hear no more about it because they all lawyered up. And it's like, oh, they got lawyers now, so we don't know. Figure it out. Get somebody else to do it.
Yeah, and then it's like they don't even freaking exist.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's crazy. Who was Jelani Texan when he was sitting on that bench? Because he was seen at different places in the university. The last spot before he left, he was sitting at the bench texting somebody. He also stopped and briefly talked to somebody who Carmen said ain't never come forth and say, hey, I talked to Jelani that day. Nothing.
But from what Carmen says, the police checked the text messages and they said it was nothing that, nothing had anything. Well, whoever he was talking to, it had nothing to do with whatever, with his.
Of course it didn't, but they didn't give her proof or nothing. I wouldn't believe
They don't
nothing.
do that, though, Miss
Give
B.
me
That's
the
all I'm
thread.
trying to say. Like, this
Give
is
me
the
the
police.
thread.
This is an
I
open
know.
case. They can't tell. They're not going to call her every 5-10 minutes going, yeah, we found out this. We found out that.
I can't say nothing in their defense, period.
I get
Not at
her.
all.
I understand
Nothing.
her wanting answers of, that goes without saying. But what I'm saying is, like,
She has the right to get information concerning that
and they
case.
giving her right, and when they give you the information, just because it's not what you want to hear does not make it look, doesn't mean that the police are not doing their job. You get what I'm saying?
They are not. Are you really saying that about this case? They not doing their job, man. They not.
Everybody has an opinion.
So you believe the police doing their job in this case?
Not to not to the extent that makes the people happy. But we don't know. We are not. We're not FBI agents. We don't know what the police are doing just because they're not calling his mom every other day, giving her an update. That's all I'm saying.
It's proof that they're not doing their job.
All we can go by is what Carmen comes out to say, because the police is not going to say anything because it's an open investigation. And they're not going to do things or say something that's going to incriminate or give the person that's out there thinking they're getting away with it, give them, they can't, some things they probably just can't say right now.
This case is beyond that.
Been a little bit fishy for me anyway, because when you say, when I hear Carmen say that she went to where his car was and they let her in on a lot, they let her look in the car, they let her look in the trunk. How was that when she's not the authorities? How did they just let his mom have access to an open case at a car and you able to see the things in the trunk?
Wait a minute. Okay, what are you talking about? When did she look in the trunk? What part? Are you talking about when they pulled his car out or when she was at that place?
Carmen said, yes, when Carmen herself said that his license plate is in the car, y'all, and she said she seen it and she was at the place. That's what I'm talking about. So the plate, that tow yard just let her in to see his car and see those items. That's what makes it a bit confusing to me.
Right, but you just got to know the case because that lady.
No, wait. Listen. Let me finish. They don't allow you in an open case to just go, oh, my son is missing or whatever, and that's his car over there. I need to see the items that's inside. Where they do that at? If the case is an open case and it's at a police tow yard. That's all I'm saying. That's just a little bit confusing to me.
Right. Okay. So August 18th, the chief called her and said, you can come and get his car. That's why she was there. Okay. She called her and she said, do you want his car? We don't have room for it in the thing. We got everything out of it that we need. You can come and get his car.
Well, yeah. So what's the problem then?
The problem is everything is still in his car. The license plate they told her was missing is in his car. His luggage is in his car. Money was in his car. Nothing tagged and bagged in his car. They investigated nothing.
But you just said that they told her
nothing.
We have everything we need out the car. You can come and retrieve the car now. So the thing
that's what they told her.
In the car was not relevant to whatever going on with his case. That's what
why would everything in that car should have been relevant?
In our minds, we would think so, but
why wouldn't it be?
They're investigating.
Are you man? Listen here, I can't be. I'm not gonna speak in their defense at all. I know the disrespect that was handed to her from the coroner to the detectives to. They not doing their job. Everything that every single thing about this case tells me that they wasn't doing their job. They sat up there and found this car before they even told her that they found this car. They decided to tell her when they left his body unidentified for how long, to the reason why they now have a new law or because of Jelani, because they didn't respond quick enough to what was going on. They left his body unidentified and even told her they didn't have the chemical to test the DNA after they gave their DNA, after they gave whatever they dental records and all of that. They tell her, we don't have the chemical. And then she talks to this Richard Plotch who tells her, after she's questioning him about the DNA process and all of this, and he tells her, do you want to know what happened to your son or not? Disrespectful. Every time she asks a question, they get defensive. All them emails back and forth. We have proof that these people was salty about the fact that they got this law because to them that made them look bad. The detective that was on the case said that when Jelani first went missing, Went home. He was off the weekend. Wasn't nobody gonna be looking for her son. From day one, they wasn't doing their job. And everything this woman have come and told us tells me they not doing their job. I would never speak
That's
up for them.
exactly what. That's
Ever.
all I'm trying to say right there. Is just what Neva just said. At the end of the day, why would they allow her to do these things? Because it would definitely compromise the investigation. That's what I'm saying. So if they give her these things and say you can have these things, it doesn't, it's not needed in the case. Then they gave her those things because it's not going to compromise the investigation. They have what they need on their end. I'm not defending anybody. I'm just saying, like,
they don't have what they need. Because we still don't know what happened to him, and they didn't take everything
they
out of
don't
his
know what
car
happened to him. The
and
people that
and
took him
print.
out know what happened to him. They know what they
Look,
did.
listen, there was a footprint out there where Jelani's car was found. They said Jelani was barefoot, so it wasn't his footprint. Why they didn't investigate that? Why why did they tell her there wasn't no cameras at the YMCA and she find out it was? Why did Carmen have to be the one to locate his car on the camera and tell them to go look here, there, and everywhere? Come on, them people didn't do their job. But another thing, whoever did this, they dropped all that stuff in different places just so they could create this, which further make me feel like it was a cop that knew if you do this, then that messes up the jurisdiction. And when you do that and you make a freaking task force, ain't nobody gonna do their job. Because nobody's responsible, because it happened everywhere else. So everybody passes the buck and nothing really get done. So one thing about his wallet, the wallet was found in someone's yard like a half a mile away, but she was told a couple different stories. That's another thing. The truth don't change. You don't get to tell her different stories. They told her they told her that a black male had threw this wallet in a yard and it was found. Then they told her a kid and their dad had lost their drone and they miraculously found the wallet. So Scott Denton was the first one to do the cause and manner of death. Like, I guess his body was found on September 4th, and on September 5th, Scott Denton did an autopsy, and I guess he did the cause and manner of death, which didn't result until September 23rd. So they had this body sitting there unidentified. Carmen wasn't trying to claim the body or thinking it was his or nothing, and she was still looking for her son, even though they felt this body was his. Richard Plotch is the one that did the cause of death on October 25th, and they named it drowning. And then they tell her they needed dental, DNA, and DNA from the brother. Why is that? I don't know.
Because they know that wasn't him. Just like that pathologist know that wasn't him.
So if you think it wasn't him, how can you say these people doing their job?
Miss V,
I'm confused.
I'm not like trying to be like combative with you about it. I'm just saying I'm not defending.
Hey, you bringing your opinion?
Yeah, I'm not defending, but I think you misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm not defending the police. I'm just saying
You are defending them. You saying they did their job, and Carmen is saying that they not.
I never said that in the sense like the police is doing a phenomenal job at finding out what happened to him. That's not what I said. I'm saying I'm only answering to what you're reading and what you're saying that Carmen said. All I'm saying is we can't say that they did not dust off the car like Neva said. I'm sure they took fingerprints out the car, did everything, hair samples and everything.
You sure that?
But are we not? But that's what I'm saying. They are.
No, I'm not.
Well,
I'm not. I don't think they looked at nothing. She wouldn't lie when I dropped the link. Dangerous pop up. Yeah, I mean, I know she did. I got a video of her up there. They didn't do nothing, man. It was money in his car. Like I think Wait, did she say the half smoked blunt was still in the
I mean,
car? Like, I mean,
she's upset and
girl,
she's grieving. I don't know.
I believe every word that she
I'm
say.
not going.
I
I'm
believe
not
her.
going. I'm not saying she's a liar. I'm just saying
Yeah, I believe
she
her.
is grieving too, and she's upset. This is her
She
child.
still,
She want answers.
I
She
know.
want justice. So I get that.
Yeah.
But I'm.
She got proof of everything. This woman ain't making up
Yeah,
nothing.
but
She said they
I'm
ain't
not
doing
saying
their
she's
job.
making it up. I'm saying just
It's
because the
proof
police
that they
didn't
not doing
say
their
it,
job.
just because the police didn't tell her, don't mean they didn't do it. That's all I'm saying.
Sister girl, she was the one that called the police and
Well,
told
that's
them to
what she
look at the
said.
video for
I
his.
know, but
You think
no, listen, let me
she?
just
Why would
finish
she
my
lie?
statement. I'm not calling her a liar. I'm saying, how do you know that they didn't already know that information before she told them and just didn't say nothing to her about it?
Well, if they did, then they liars because they told her they couldn't get in the phone.
And we
You
both
see what I'm
already,
saying?
well, we both know that that's impossible because the police can get
I
into your
don't know
phone.
that that's impossible.
Well, the
I
police
don't.
can get into your phone.
I don't know that that's impossible. I know that police, when they take your phone, they ask you for your password. So I believe that they can get in the phone, but I don't
I'm
know for a
sure
fact
they
that
can
they
get into
could.
the phone. All they need is a
They
warrant from
told
a
her that they
judge.
couldn't.
All they need is a warrant from a judge saying that they can gain access to whatever pertaining to the case. That's
Exactly. Just
it.
like they can get into your computer, just like they can
Right.
get into your
That's
house.
all I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. But why would they lie to her?
Maybe I don't know. I'm not in the police head. I don't know.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm not. I mean, if they been in the truth, look. If it's something that they just can't tell her, say that. Don't make up shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they telling her they can't get in the phone. So I'm taking it as they can't get in the phone. They needed her. So I mean, why did they act like, oh, okay? And then a couple days, 11 days later, they call her. Guess what? We got in the phone. I believe they can get in the phone, but that ain't what they told her. And then they come with, oh, there's nothing. He's only talking about school. And man, gone. Dangerous. Maybe you're in Sister Girl's chat.
No, he's not in my.
Because if he was, yeah, he is. He is. That's why you don't see the link. You got to come over here. Yep, he in your chat because it's a link by his name. It just dawned on me too. But so Neva said, I think it's just being swept away. No way. And if they let her do these things, that's a compromise to the investigation. So that's sloppy. Yeah, but if they told her they was done. Sister girl, I believe the whole car should have been dusted, bag tagged, and checked. Absolutely. It shouldn't have been nothing left in that car. Nothing. Because you don't know what's evidence. Like, come on, man. How do you not take a car that you found ditched somewhere and you know he didn't take? And how do you tell his mother his plates is missing and they found in the car, man? Because on his front plate, he had something that I think it said Motown. It was like it wasn't a license plate on the front of his car. It was like a gold plate. And so the plate with his number was in the back should have been in the back of the car, was in the car. And they told her it was missing. Explain that. Explain the stuff they said they found out there. What was it? Some stuff that a cop would have. I forgot, a holster or something like that. I mean, I didn't see that nowhere, so I really don't talk about it, but I heard about that. That's why Carmen don't even know if that's her child. Plus, again, where is his insides? Exactly. Yeah, but I mean that is the update. Just like it was more information that I hadn't heard as far as specifics and the fact that he had went to Texas and all of that kind of stuff. I didn't know all of those details. So sad. Shout out to Paige Clean. Thank you for coming in. I love a smart woman. Stay dangerous. That's what's up. But yeah, so that's why you're not seeing the link, Dangerous. I'm like, why is he not coming up? But I don't think they did anything because they told her they didn't even have the room for the car. Exactly. Exactly. Why would they tell her that? And then she go in that garage and there's absolutely nothing in there. Nothing.
What is
Not
he
only
trying to
that,
say?
huh?
What was he trying to say? I love a smart woman. Was that a dig? I don't understand.
I don't think so. You took
Oh,
that as a dig. He could have been calling us both smart. I don't know. I just said thank you. So why the delay? I don't know, neither. Like they're not trying to solve this case. That's it, that's all. Oh, your Nightbot, you got Nightbot over there, sister girl.
yeah, it's not working though.
Oh, it told him to stop spamming. You must be busting caps over there. Yeah, they told her that for what? And it has so much stuff in that car. I mean, in that storage area. It's absolutely ridiculous. What you laughing at, Tracy? I believe they are slacking. Then let's not forget that laugh smirk. Oh yeah, man, listen here. That old, yeah, they don't care, man. Everything they have done shows that they don't give a damn. Period.
But
They playing in our face. Period.
remember, y'all, we're talking about a town that's they call a sundown town.
I know. That's
So
why I would never say they doing their job
I
because they in a sundown
don't know.
town and they don't give a damn. They don't care. And every bit of it shows they don't care. I mean, flat out, they don't care.
Yeah, but I thought the common sense will tell you it's a cover up. Well, we know that.
It's
Whoever they
definitely a cover up. Absolutely. Oh, you laughing at Nightbot. Sniper bot. Yeah, my Nightbot started out as a sniper. You know, I tell that story all the time. And now he's a gentleman. So you gotta tame him. You gotta tame your Nightbot. I always say that because I forgot to take off. The reason why it's doing that is because it's automatically set. So you gotta unset those things and put your own settings in there. Yeah, because they have it set where you can't do too many emojis, you can't do too many caps and all that. Like Nightbot, you ain't running nothing over here. Not nothing. Oh, I thought I still had that thing in here, Neva, but I took it out. I was about to show her old
No, I
smirky
know.
laugh.
I watched it.
I know you know. Yeah. Yep. All right. Well, stay dangerous. You ain't coming up. I guess shoot. We got anything else? Because our show was set, what, an hour and a half at the most? Like we went all the way over, but I guess I did. But I mean, it was some new stuff that I hadn't heard. Sister girl got a tamer, Nightbot. Y'all gotta act right over there till she get the sniper up out of Nightbot. Nightbot is gangster. You gotta program him to be a gentleman. You really do. You got any closing remarks, sister girl? Y'all got anything else for us? Anybody want to come up? Now we gonna get out of here. We ain't gonna make it too long. It's already at 2 hours.
You dropped the
almost.
link?
I did. I dropped the link. But it's all good. It's all good.
Drop it again. I don't see it.
I done dropped it. This will be the third time.
Oh.
Yeah, I drop it one more again.
Oh, I see it.
And that's crazy because it didn't even show released on my side. Now it do. And shout out to who's ever listening over there on Facebook.
Yes.
I don't think I missed nothing. Thank y'all so much for coming in. Everybody that came through, please smash the thumbs up if you didn't already. Yeah. And let me look at something.
And check out that the Shanquella story on Tubi.
Yes, I'm definitely gonna do that. Street legal. That's crazy. Let me write that down so I ain't gotta listen to this to hear it again. You said sleep? Wait, street legal?
Yes.
I was about to write sleep. Street Legal on Tubi.
Yeah.
2-part series.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
we'll check it out.
episode 2 and 3 is about Shanquella. But again, like I said, they take like different series and
You said they take different series?
they take different real life stories and turn them into series on Tubi. Well, from what I seen in those episodes, because 2 other episodes I watched was about something that happened in real life too, and they kind of like switched up the characters, and I was like,
Oh,
oh, this is
okay.
about that woman in Texas. I remember that.
Let's see. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Let me see your face in the place. I thought okay. I see. You already know.
What's going on? How's everybody
What's
doing?
up with you? Good.
Kool-Aid.
How you doing?
Kool-Aid. I just was listening to y'all speak about Jelani, and I heard Sister Girl, and she was asking some good questions. So it was like, I know she's familiar with Jelani's story, but some of the things that she was asking was some of the things that. Well, this my question though. I wonder what was the role in the security company at Hello and Beyond. That's the question that I have. I wonder what the role was them even reaching out to me to have a professional yet not professional interview, because that was my first time even really talking to somebody about a case or anything like that. I didn't know.
Right. You still trying to figure out what made them choose you, huh?
Yeah. And I heard you say that that you wanted to make sure that you speak good when you was basically saying, I'm trying to remember before it slipped my mind, but you basically stated that sometimes the people, well, I lost my train of thought. So, but the main thing I want to say was y'all was spitting some good facts in the situation, and I had watched that interview as well that you were reporting about today. So I don't really want to add too much to say about.
I wanted to ask Stay Dangerous. Stay Dangerous. When you interviewed the employee, right, on your platform, was he already let go from Beyond Hello, or was he still working there?
Prior to my knowledge of what he said that he was let go. Him and the whole security company. The whole security company was let go. And then he said they were threatened by people. Their family was threatened. He said Noah even had to move his family out of that house that they were in. They were getting death threats and people coming to their house and people trying to run their family off the roads. So I'm trying to figure, well, were they the suspects in this? But the thing is, I just feel like what I feel like might make y'all upset at me, and so I don't want to say what I feel. But,
go ahead, speak your opinion. We all listen. We can talk.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna say allegedly, and this is how I feel. So none of this can be any significance to facts. This is my opinion. Whoever take it any different, it is what it is.
Right.
But,
there you go.
Okay. In the interview that I saw with his mom and Sevy, okay, when she said and Miss B tapped in on this when she said that Carmen said that Jelani and Sevy went to Texas, went to Houston. I guess they went to Texas or whatever. For whatever reason, like she said, the sister was moving and her apartment or her whatever fell through, and because she was supposed to be staying in a dorm or something. I watched all of it. Okay, and when they got back, if it was a fact that Jelani, where's the footage of Jelani? This is my thing. Before I say what I feel, I want to see footage of Jelani at the airport getting back home with his brother. Because why would he still have luggage in his car if he was already home since Sunday night. Sunday night when he came home or whenever they got off their flight and got back home to Bloomington or wherever, that luggage should have been unloaded. And then I'm going off of what people that I have witness statements right now in my other phone. I did a full video with this lady and I never did post it because she was afraid for her life. So I didn't post it. And I know y'all remember this and everybody that followed me. So whenever they got back, I want to see footage of them getting back because in my heart, I feel Jelani never did get back. And the white folks wasn't worried about Jelani until people like Ben Crump, people like the priest, when it started getting motion in the press, then all of a sudden those white people panicked and they wanted to start doing their job. And the reason why they were so mean to that lady in the process of all of this shit is because they knew that they were messing up by covering up whatever it was that they thought might have happened to Jelani. But it could be a situation where Jelani never did make it back. You feel me?
Okay.
His luggage was in the back seat.
Right. The luggage being in the car don't really mean nothing. I mean, I've gone out of town and left my luggage in the car.
It goes with
well,
what
I mean, I believe that Jelani got back because he called his mother and told her he was back. That's what his mother said. So I mean, I believe what she says.
I never heard her say that, but okay, I get that part.
When I report, I'm reporting what she's saying. I believe his mother. So I mean, I do. I believe his mother. She said she talked to Jelani Sunday when he got back. He told her he was back and he told her everything went good.
But she told the cops that she talked to Jelani that Tuesday. But when she looked up, she
about to
realized
say that. She did say that.
Right, but she knows.
She really didn't know what time she talked to him. When you was hysterical,
hold on, y'all. She knows because she looked at her phone. So initially she thought that she had talked to him because. But wait. Let me say this because initially she said she talked to him several times that day, that Sunday, and that's why she thought, she had talked to him that particular day, but she hadn't. So she absolutely clearly said that she talked to him the night after she got out the shower, gave him the cable code, and then he told her, "Mom, I love you. I just wanted to hear your voice," or whatever. He didn't say that. He just said, "I just wanted to hear your voice. I didn't want anything. I got to do my homework." And that was the last time she talked to him.
Well, I'm not gonna go against the grain on that. I just, like I said, want to make sure. But for the most part, I believe that it was somebody in the car with him too. And like I said, my car is like that too. Whenever you leave the car running, the lights stay on permanent on my car. Even the front lights, I can never cut the front lights all the way off. Even when the car is
where y'all getting this Judge robe?
But let me ask y'all
Neva saying Judge robe. It's a scrub top, y'all.
Let me ask y'all something. So, do y'all ever think that his case, they're gonna solve his case?
I don't know. I pray that they do. But it just doesn't look
I don't feel confident.
Yeah, it just doesn't look like it's going to be very bright. But
I pray they do.
So y'all both believe that he is not here anymore?
I really don't know if he here anymore or not. I really don't. His mother can't be sure, so I'm definitely not sure. He could be anywhere, but I know he in danger. If he is not
doing what I said the last time when we talked about it, I don't really believe that was him that they gave to his mother.
Yeah, that's very possible. I mean, everything points towards that too. The fact that they asked her for all this DNA to come up with something, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like they already had his dental records. They needed the mama, the daddy, and the brother's DNA.
And what the pathologist said, he didn't have no teeth in his mouth, right? He had they had ripped his teeth out.
He had teeth in his mouth, but they told her that he lost his front teeth because his body was in the water too long and all of this element, turtles and aquatic and all this. But her question is, well, hell, why didn't he lose all of them then? You know what I'm saying? That was her thing. And then let's not forget, they said he had a jacket tied around his waist, and then he had a flayed penis and all that. Come on, missing eyeballs. jaw sawed, femur bone missing, all that kind.
Oh,
Man,
that's
come
what it
on.
was. That's why I thought they said no teeth because they said his jaw was missing. The pathologist said that.
No, they told her he lost his teeth because it was in the water in the element too long. That's what they told her.
He was in the water too long, and it started to highly decompose. His teeth, some of his teeth were already missing, but then the rest of them went with the water.
They did that on purpose. They did that on purpose. It kept them out there so they could say that. Just so they could say that. Whoever did this, man, they knew what they was doing.
Do y'all think that the lack of? Because I heard you say that only people that know to think to because I saw it on a movie.
Exactly.
When you want a case to not get solved,
yep, you do that. What they did.
The evidence, and you make it
in different jurisdictions.
And when they did that, that let me know that it was a detective or somebody that was trying to help a student or
that's what it looked like.
And what the reason why I felt Kara kept calling him is because he had a young lady with him that they wanted to get back, and they had them.
Sounds like how they used to do in slavery, and yeah, exactly. That's what it sounds like. Some old sundown town type ish.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah. I hope one day that they find out what happened to that young man. He deserves it. He was a God-fearing young man, and he was a great student and a great person to the community. And he was going to be a product to his environment. And they just don't know what they did when they took that man away from his community like that and his family. And that's crazy. And I just felt so bad because it could be any one of us. It can be my son.
Yeah.
My son is in college right now. So, it could be him dealing with that. And I got high anxiety just knowing that my kid is in college. And then just hearing that story and knowing it and being somebody that reported on it, my only question that I would have to ask everybody that's watching this and everybody that's going to see this in the future, I just want y'all to know, why do y'all think they came to Stay Dangerous Show for an interview when all I ever did was have a commentary speaking on what I thought may or may not have had happened, allegedly and unallegedly.
I mean, you had a good momentum going then, and maybe they felt comfortable talking to you. You probably was just happened to be on. They liked your vibe,
or maybe
and
they just thought they ran into a sucker. I
don't think so, because man, you was speaking with so much passion, and you was just like, I mean, you was with the shits back then. I mean, not. I don't mean to cuss.
I didn't even have 1,000 subscribers. So how did my unimportant
you
show
had a lot of
so
people in your
important?
chat. You had people in your chat. You had people paying attention, and you was talking about this a lot back then. Speaking with a lot of passion.
I saw it on your platform. That's how I found you.
Why do you think they sought you out? Why do you think they sought you out?
I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. And that's the reason why I'm asking other people, because maybe somebody else can make it make sense to me, because I didn't even have 1,000 subscribers. I was just barely started talking about it. And the only thing I was doing was pissing people off by making theories of what I think happened, when, like she said, we not the feds, we not the camera people, we can't see what really happened, we don't know, so we just only spectate. So all I'm doing is spectating and pissing people off, and then all of a sudden 2 guys come to me to interview on my channel.
Piss people off. I think you was getting you was gaining the attention of the people. You get what I'm saying?
Oh no, I pissed somebody off. I pissed somebody off enough to where when we was in Bloomington 7 days ago, somebody came asked me to leave. And I told her we was out there, and I got some great footage when we was out there too, of a lot of stuff. And the thing is, when those people put that video or that picture out of them footprints right there where Jelani was at, that's, you don't find that kind of strange when we was just out there trying to look at that same place, and they told us we couldn't go down there. Yeah. And the thing is,
how they gonna tell you where you can go?
No, these people literally told us that we could not take cameras down there, because I had my camera guys, I had security with me. Yeah, y'all gonna see the footage I'm putting it out though, because I'm preparing myself. I just paid for StreamYard last night, so yeah.
Okay, welcome back to these YouTube streets.
Yeah. Now I want to ask you, Dangerous.
Yes.
Go ahead and finish that. I want to ask you about her title though, because you typed in the chat. Because did you see that she was a professor back then, or what's her title? Because I seen that you typed.
Yeah, in the very beginning, it said clinical director, but it said that she moved up from a professor to clinical director. So once before she was a professor, or she can stand in for a professor, but she was clinical director at Illinois State. But I think she was at another school or something like Texas A&M or something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, y'all know I know about this shit. Real talk. I just wish that
maybe that's why I said maybe she was mentoring Jelani. That's why she was so invested in what he had going on.
It didn't sound like it. Carmen didn't mention. I think he met her when he went to that school physically, and he had just that is the crazy part.
That's how she met him, like at the school. But was she his professor or his mentor?
So y'all don't think that picture that Jelani took at that restaurant with them girls was any significance to anything, or y'all don't think that anybody daddy saw that and got pissed off?
I think that's what got him attention. Was sitting up there at that table with all of those Caucasian women like that.
Yeah. Oh, you went out. You must be on the road. Cause he had dropped down and popped back up on his own too, but I don't think he know that we can't hear him. It is sad, Nexie. It's horrible. Like this case really got my heart, and
but for the most part, but for the most part, it could have been somebody in the car. And Miss Carmen, she said that. She said that she saw a shadow in that car, and they told her that it was a seat. And she went and looked in her car because she had the same model car as him. May not be the same year, but all of them structured the same way. And she said that when she went and looked in her car, she didn't see a shadow. So she knew that it was a suitcase behind Jelani's seat. So she knew that was back there, so nobody couldn't sit behind him. But it was somebody in the passenger.
She didn't know that at the time. She didn't know that till she went to the car place and seen that suitcase. And then she's like, that explains why they would have been on the passenger side and not on the driver's side. And she said that when she was looking at that tape, she had them rewind it several times. She was like, that is a figure. That is not the headrest. She went outside to her car and did a little test and looked at her own car and was like, that's a figure. There's somebody in the car with him. That's what she believes.
So did y'all read that post that somebody posted? Because it seemed like when we was out there, y'all, I was so scared. I ain't gonna lie, I stayed out there every bit of 4.5 hours, 5 hours. And I screenshot it when it asked me when I got to Clover something Illinois, Clover Creek or something like that. I was literally 2 hours away from Bloomington, and I stopped at a store and I prayed, and I had my team say a prayer with me because we really didn't have no business going out there. I just really wanted to show people that, hey man, I went and looked for myself at a lot of different things that was out there. Even if the only thing we didn't do was go to Peru. I wasn't going to no Peru. My team didn't want to do it. They didn't want me to do it. But for the most part, directly after we got back, I'm still on the Jelani Day discussion group. So I read a lot what those people say. So a lot of times I be wanting to take to my YouTube channel just to show what other people say, so they won't say that Stay Dangerous is crazy by himself. Because if you want to say I'm crazy, it's about 200 more people that's on that group that some people feel the same way that I feel about a lot of different things. And I read those people's comments, and it be a lot. But I go into the comments just to see what other people think about it, even though I'm not reporting on it. And so when I heard y'all talking about it, that passion came back and made me just want to say, hey, man, rest in peace to Jelani Day. And we hope and we pray that they solve this case. And the people or the persons that did this to him needs to come to justice because they can do it again. And, they don't, and you don't want it to be your son or your daughter that it happened to. So
For
So
you
sure.
got to protect
why do
our
you
own.
think the person that Jelani was seen talking to that day, why you think that person ain't come forward and say, hey, because she literally asked, if you talk to Jelani, if you know anything, please let me know, please, reach out.
Because
And they
something,
Because I
literally
feel that,
seen him
because
talking to
something,
somebody and ain't come forward.
because
this what I
Hey,
said.
Liz.
This what I
something.
said. And don't get mad at me, y'all. But this what I said. I said Jelani had one of them white girls that he was at that table with from that restaurant with him. And when he went to school, he thought he was just gonna go there for a couple of hours and then come home. But it might have went different. And then when he went there to talk that morning, when he went there, she said that he talked to some guy, and then he went in the building. I do feel that whatever that guy told him was something significant to him not being here right now. You know what I'm
I don't
saying?
know what changed, but
It
your
might have been
audio
something.
just dangerous. Your audio just messed up. I don't know what switched, but something
Some
switched and your audio is jacked up now.
some things I think when let me just make sure I'm understanding your question. Are you saying that they didn't come forward to Carmen or to the police? The person he was seen talking to.
Yeah, Carmen or the police. I mean,
Okay, well
if
that's what
somebody
I'm
did
saying.
come forward, they
Right.
didn't say anything. But
Well,
no,
that's
I know what you about to say. But like some of his
what I was about to
friends
say,
and
Miss
stuff
B.
like that, why would they come to her? You know what
No,
I'm saying?
I
Because she
was
asked
not
them
about to
to.
say that. No, I
Okay, go
wasn't.
ahead. What was you about to
See,
say?
there you go. I was not about to
Okay,
say
I'm
that.
listening. Go ahead. What was you about to
I
say?
was saying maybe they spoke to that female and it just wasn't relevant to the case. You get what I'm
I
saying?
don't know if it was a
Maybe they
guy or
talked.
female.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe they talked
Yeah,
to the person and they probably just was like a, hey, how you doing? Oh, or he could have been asking them where classroom was, or a store, or a restaurant,
it
who
could have
knows?
been.
And it was just
It could
probably
have been.
nothing pertaining to the case. So that's why the police didn't say anything.
Yeah, but I mean, they ain't say anything anyway. I can't justify the cops at all. I don't agree with nothing they didn't do or did do. Everything that she showed, things that she had, smoking guns. That isn't relevant. That didn't happen. Like, man, gone.
Hey, Shay Shay.
Craziness. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened, but I'm sure you will be good. It's deflection. What happened? And neither feel like one or the other, them girls or the professor, got something to do with it. I just feel like she was so invested in it. Like, why? Why was she? I mean, not even knowing her not even knowing him like that. Literally, when I found out, I had already heard it that he wasn't going to that school long. But for them to say that he was online in July doing those classes because the schools and stuff was closed because of COVID and all of that stuff that was going on. And then he had just started going in what, the end of July or August, and then by the mid-August, end of August, he gone. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and it's even sad because nobody don't have the answers, and his mom is not feeling like that the detectives are doing their job, and I get it, but I guess it's just the wait and see type of. It's an
I
investigation.
pray. I mean, I don't feel that confident that she'll ever know because people are not going to investigate themselves. And when it's this difficult, when everything, all the evidence, everything is shut down, ain't nobody see nothing on no cameras. I mean, it's like she seen the car, but that was the most of it, and it's just horrible. But I
Yeah.
mean, just know that this case is near and dear to my heart, and every update I get, I'm gonna bring. But I mean, we beat the hell out of it today. So hey, until next time, y'all. So did you have any closing remarks? Because I am about to get out of here. Dangerous dropped off. I think he good. His audio. I think he driving. And it sounds like she just got a call. Oh, did you hit mute?
No, I'm not on mute.
Oh, okay. Did you have any closing remarks? We gonna get up out of
Nope.
here.
I was just gonna say thanks everybody for hanging out with us today. You could have been any place else,
Yes.
but you came to hang out with us. And shout out again to the Facebook, my Facebook over there.
Shout out to Liz B.
Stay
Yeah.
blessed.
Yes, we up out of here. Thank you, sister girl. See you next week. We gonna do this thing next Wednesday. We gonna be on Sister Girl channel. So if y'all please make sure y'all link up with Sister Girl. If you could drop your link again in the chat. Anybody that's not connected to her on the replay, please connect with Sister Girl. I appreciate y'all. And thank y'all so much. Like she said, y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all chose to hang out with us, sisters in crime. We appreciate it. And we'll see y'all next week. Peace and love. We out. I think.